Welcome back to Unlock, Empower, Transform. I'm Shay Blackman, and today we're cracking the code on something that keeps leaders up at night: how to build trust in an AI-powered workplace without losing the human connection that actually makes culture work. If you've been wondering how to get your team to embrace AI without feeling like they're being replaced by robots, this episode is your blueprint. Let's address the elephant in the room. We're asking people to trust technology that could potentially replace them while simultaneously asking them to trust us as leaders. That's like asking someone to trust you while you're holding a replacement employee manual behind your back. The cognitive dissonance is real, but here's what 24 years in HR has taught me. Trust isn't built through guarantees. It's built through transparency and consistency. And Gen X leaders, we have a unique advantage here. We've lived through enough corporate transformations to know that the technology never really was the problem. The problem was always how leaders handled the human side of change. In Chapter 3 of High Value Leadership, I dive deep into trust and transparency as foundational building blocks. The same principles that build trust between humans work when introducing AI. It's not about the technology, it's about the intention behind it. When people understand that AI is meant to eliminate the soul-crushing parts of their job, not their actual soul or job, everything shifts. The trust equation in an AI world looks like this. Trust equals credibility plus reliability plus intimacy divided by self-orientation. That last part, self-orientation, is where most AI implementations fail. When leaders focus only on efficiency gains and cost savings, trust evaporates faster than startup funding in 2023. So how do we build trust while implementing AI? It starts with what I call the both and approach, both human wisdom and AI efficiency, both emotional intelligence and data intelligence, both tradition and transformation. There was a healthcare organization that tried to implement AI-powered scheduling. First attempt, complete disaster. Nurses felt like they were being managed by an algorithm that didn't understand patient care. The trust broke down immediately. But when they shifted their approach, involving nurses in training the AI, showing how it could give them more time with patients and keeping human override capabilities, adoption went from 15% to 87% in 6 months. The key was transparency about what the AI could and couldn't do. They literally created a what AI decides versus what humans decide chart. Simple, yes. Effective, absolutely. It removed the mystery and the fear. Building psychological safety around AI requires 3 commitments from leadership. First, commit to augmentation, not replacement. Make it clear and make it policy. Second, commit to upskilling. If you're bringing in AI, you're also investing in helping your people work with it. Third, commit to maintaining human decision-making for anything involving values, ethics, or complex judgment. I've seen organizations create AI ethics committees with representatives from every level. Not just the C-suite making decisions about how AI gets used, but the people actually affected by it having a voice. That's trust building in action. Here's why Gen X leaders are uniquely positioned to build AI-ready cultures. We're the bridge generation. We speak analog and digital. We can translate between the boomer who thinks AI is Skynet and the Gen Z employee who wants to automate everything yesterday. We understand the value of face-to-face connection because we had it. We also understand the power of technology because we adopted it. We're not digitally native, but we're digitally fluent. That perspective is gold when building trust across generations. Think about your own journey. You probably learned to type on an actual typewriter, then moved to computers, then smartphones, now AI. Each transition required trust. Trust that the new tool would actually help, trust that you could learn it, trust that it wouldn't make you obsolete. You've already done this trust-building work personally. Now you're just facilitating it for others. The trust strategies that work are surprisingly analog. Regular check-ins, actual conversations, not surveys. Story sharing sessions where people talk about their AI wins and fails without judgment. Creating buddy systems where AI confident employees partner with AI anxious ones. These human connections build the psychological safety needed for digital transformation. One manufacturing company created Tech Therapy Thursdays, informal sessions where people could voice their AI concerns without fear of looking incompetent. The sessions were led by employees, not management, which made them feel safer. Within 3 months, their biggest AI skeptics became their biggest champions. Why? Because they felt heard, not forced. You can't build trust if you don't know where trust currently stands. Traditional annual surveys are like checking your blood pressure once a year and calling it health monitoring. In an AI transformation, you need real time culture intelligence. This is where AI can actually help build trust in AI meta, right? AI powered pulse surveys that take 30 seconds, sentiment analysis that catches problems before they explode, predictive analytics that show you where trust is eroding before people start leaving. But here's the crucial part: you have to close the loop. Every piece of feedback needs a response, not necessarily action, but acknowledgement. We heard you. Here's what we're doing about it. Or even, we heard you. We can't change this right now, and here's why. That transparency builds trust even when you can't give people everything they want. The best culture assessments in AI transformation measure three things: psychological safety levels, perceived threat from AI, and confidence in leadership's vision. If any of these three are low, your AI implementation will struggle, regardless of how good the technology is. Here's your tactical exercise: the trust temperature check. You can do this with your team this week. Step 1. Create a simple anonymous survey with just 3 questions. Rate from 1 to 10. I trust that AI will enhance, not replace my role. I trust leadership to make ethical decisions about AI. I trust that my concerns about AI are heard and valued. Step 2. Share the aggregate results completely transparently. No sugarcoating. If the trust scores are low, acknowledge it. Step 3. Host a trust building session where you address the lowest scoring area first. If people don't trust AI won't replace them, share specific commitments and policies. If they don't trust leadership's ethics, create an AI ethics framework together. If they don't feel heard, create new feedback channels. Step 4. Repeat this monthly during your AI transformation. Track the trends, celebrate improvements, address declines immediately. The magic of this exercise: it demonstrates the exact transparency and responsiveness you're asking them to trust you'll maintain. You're not just talking about trust, you're actively building it through your actions. At CBC Consulting, we've built something different. Our AI culture transformation platform doesn't just measure trust, it predicts where trust will break down before it happens. We're talking 6-month advance warning on culture issues, including trust erosion. Our foundation program includes weekly pulse surveys that take 30 seconds but give you insights that used to take months to gather. Real-time sentiment analysis, predictive modeling that shows you which teams are struggling with AI adoption before it impacts performance. But here's what makes us different. We never forget that behind every data point is a human being with real concerns. Our AI amplifies human insight. It doesn't replace it. We help you build trust by being trustworthy with the technology itself. For our Founders Circle members, just 3 spots remaining, you get this enterprise-level culture intelligence at 30% off. That's $5,460 per month instead of $7,800. You're not just getting tools, you're getting a partner who understands that trust is the foundation of every successful transformation. Building trust in an AI world isn't about choosing between human and artificial intelligence. It's about creating cultures where both can thrive together, where technology amplifies human potential instead of replacing it, where trust is built through transparency, consistency, and genuine care for your people's futures. Your Shield Resilience Strategy Guide includes a whole section on building robust support systems. That's exactly what you need during AI transformation. Download it and pay special attention to the external support section. Those networks become crucial when navigating change this significant. Comment below with your biggest trust challenge in your AI journey. Are people scared, skeptical, excited, but cautious? Let's build this conversation together. Next Tuesday, we're diving into the round table revolution, creating psychological safety in hybrid teams. Because trust gets even more complex when half your team is in their pajama bottoms on Zoom. Remember, trust isn't built in a day, but it can be destroyed in a second. Build it intentionally, protect it fiercely, and watch your culture transform. Until Tuesday, keep unlocking potential, empowering others, and transforming everything you touch, because that's what high-value leaders do. This is Shay Blackman reminding you that in the age of artificial intelligence, authentic leadership isn't obsolete. It's essential.